I felt bad after like I asked all those questions about international admissions. He was like, "So do you guys think I have a chance?" We don't know you.
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's not working all the
The guy I was asking over
We're
here.
sending a new link.
New link, we're doing Thursday hangout.
Part 3.
Just too much awesome for Google.
Neuroscience hangout, episode 3.
Pretty sure it was when
Rhapsody
Andy
Strike
came in,
One.
he's stealing our internet.
Revenge
Yeah, I
Lesson.
wish I was, because I could actually get on. I can't even get on.
Okay.
News on.
Half of them left.
We live?
Is this gonna be a totally new link?
Perfect.
We gotta post this link on the part.
And this one will end at 1:30, so you know.
Wait, what-
134. 134.
Heather, can you post this link on
It's
episode
already-
1 and 2?
already.
Both of them? Oh, you know.
Where is it, like at the bottom?
No, it's at
At the
the
top.
very top.
The very top?
0.
There are probably people watching you, you just don't know.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, prospective students.
Mhm.
Welcome. Round 3.
No, that's like the perfect setup. You should have been like, hello, it's
Alright,
me.
yeah.
Can I
And I don't know the
read
rest
No.
of the
It's just the part
I don't know reason.
Kimmy can sing it.
Hmm.
And a chipmunk voice too.
No, I'm not doing my Chipmunk voice. We're singing my
I need to know.
song.
You're not.
Oh, man.
It's me.
And you can't, you don't do that, that's good. Yeah. But you need to skip ahead to.
Give me a sense of no reason. There actually might be a good veggie over there. It's just that.
There's 3 behind, but no reason.
Yeah, there's another veggie over there.
We are live now.
We have viewers.
I don't
Yeah.
see that. Where's
One
the
Hi.
Heather? Go to the new comment
Okay.
part of this, because we're on the old one right now.
We're making great impressions.
Hello. Oh, Leandra's on right now.
Versatile.
Us and Leandra.
Hi, Leandra.
Hi, Leandra.
Yo.
Really good. What is it?
Oh,
What? No?
Chicken salad. Chicken
I wonder if it's our internet. It's not working.
I mean, no, because we're not.
Just going
Oh,
through.
Aaron got on. We're connected directly. Yeah. Oh, 4 viewers. Woohoo, we're going back live.
I think they're all of us.
I know. Oh, down to 2.
Oh, down to 2. Aaron, quit bogarting our live chat.
You didn't even left it all.
Stop stealing our thunder.
No, we have.
Go down, scroll down on that. We don't
Where's your face?
Look at my face. Look at how tear up me and Natalie are.
I know. That's awesome. So we have, who do we have?
Johnny?
Shaquila. Hi, Shaquila. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section or in the Q&A app on the side of your screen.
Did you guys notice when I was at my desk, I was sending applause to you?
No.
Thank
I
you.
think I saw that. It's like little spikes on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they can't see it, but everyone else.
Probably me.
So the.
helping Natalie?
I know Natalie, you get it set up because it's clearly like.
Where's the copy?
Wait, did we write through grid? This is a new person?
Oh, they're not.
Oh.
Yay, we got a question.
So this is Johnny again, guys.
Hi, Johnny.
And Johnny asks if we TA, if so, how many semesters can we keep teaching after we finish the requirement? Also, can you take classes out of your major, like computer science classes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so who's TA'd? I've TA'd, Tara's TA'd.
I've TA'd.
But you don't have to.
You don't have
You
to.
don't, yeah, that's great about
But
our program is you do not, there's no requirement for having a TA. These are like options that we have as students to TA if we want.
Yeah, so you can TA like the GSBS core course that JJ was talking about. You can TA a dental neuroanatomy, med school neuroanatomy.
Cognitive neuroscience.
Yes.
Writing. And
Science
also
writing.
TA classes at Rice University as well. There are opportunities there.
And
And it's kind of, I'm self-motivated. If you want to TA, you're interested in gaining teaching experience, you can seek it out and there are tons of opportunities.
Yeah, and also you are welcome to take any class that you want of any of the institutions. You just have to get the permission to do it, but it's always been fine. So any class you want to take.
And if you want to teach something besides, if you want to do teaching experience besides being a TA, there are a lot of volunteer programs here that you can go teach high school students, middle school students, whatever. We have like weekly classes and things like that that we can teach. So.
I know, it's like so, it's so small.
And I think as a general rule about GSBS, that's kind of how things operate. If you want to do something and you seek something out, I think the faculty works with you a lot to make it happen, whatever it may be, whether it's collaborations or TAing or internships.
Or startups.
Smart startups, yeah.
Yeah, or you're interested in gaining experience in a startup company. That's all things that you can seek out and faculty members will help you and facilitate that for you. So it's a really flexible program and an accommodating program as
And I
well.
think that definitely shows, especially with this core course, because they're developing it as we take it. So every week we're filling out surveys because they want to know what we think about it and how they can make it better for like you guys coming in next year and so on.
One thing about saying that the GSBS supports you, yes, it does. It's very supportive, but it's also entirely dependent on your PI. So whoever you end up working for in your lab, if you decide you want to be a TA and that's important to you, or startups or whatever you want to do, make sure you talk with the person who you're going to work with for 5 years and make sure they're okay with it, because they will be the one in the end who will say yes or no to anything. Once they say yes, GSBS will be happy to help you. But if they don't give you that thumbs up, then you're going to have a hard time. Sorry, John.
Heather, are you logged in?
Yep.
We don't see her. Yeah, it doesn't say you're watching. Interesting.
Maybe Johnny is here.
Well,
Oh, Nicholas is back.
How many professors are in the program? So there's 50 professors in the neuroscience program, and I don't even know how many.
For other
GSBS.
programs, you probably have hundreds of hundreds.
And 580 labs in GSBS.
580 labs in GSBS, and you can rotate in any of them.
Any of them. Any of them.
Oh my gosh.
Any.
And
Some of
the
them.
other thing is that there's like in some cases, there can be flexibility. For example, say you're interested in the neuroscience program as a grad student, but you're interested in a lab whose PI is maybe not affiliated with the neuro program. Sometimes that can also be arranged. So I think this just goes to show what we've been saying, like what other people have mentioned before, which is there's a lot of flexibility to kind of accommodate to what you're looking for in grad school and to make this something that is useful to you and your ultimate goals.
And I think that's a product of this relationship between MD Anderson and UTHealth. That's why we have so many labs in so many, different institutions in different areas of studies, because these two, powerhouse institutions have come together and formed this relationship. So 580 to answer your question. Labs.
Total.
And
In
50
neuro.
professors in the neuroscience graduate program. Thanks for your question.
Ask another.
Ask another. More.
Talk about the different tracks within neuroscience and how
We did.
we did talk about.
We mentioned that, we didn't.
We didn't go into it.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, let's see if they.
So there are 3 different tracks.
Four.
Where did the fourth one?
Vision. There's always been,
Yeah,
there's always been fourth. just
Systems, molecular.
vision,
Cognitive.
Wait, no, it's computational as well.
What were they on?
That's not cognitive.
There's cellular, molecular, vision, cognitive and systems, and computational.
6.
Yeah, okay.
And all of the different tracks have different requirements that you have to meet to be affiliated with the track. So one thing specifically I can remember is that if you join the cognitive track at the end, right before you graduate, at some point you have to give a talk at Rice University in one of their seminar courses. So an hour-long talk.
I guess to go back though, the neuroscience program, every single student, no matter what track you are, has to take 5, aside from the GSBS core course, you have to take 5 required courses. So it starts with molecular neuroscience,
Systems and cognitive disorders.
No.
No.
molecular neuroscience and cellular neurophysiology, and then the next, so I guess it starts with the GSBS core course is your first semester.
As well
The
as
second
ethics.
semester is, the second semester is molecular neuroscience and cellular neurophysiology and scientific writing. And then your third semester is cognitive and systems neuroscience. And then depending on your track, you either take more courses or you give talks or you do different requirements.
I'm going to read the next question. So Nicholas has another question, and it is, can you enlighten me on the acronyms for the schools? I'm not familiar with all the schools in the area. I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of the schools in Houston, ready?
No, I think he means GSBS.
Well, let's start with the Houston
Okay,
and then
well,
we'll go to just.
Okay, well, so GSBS is the University of Texas Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences at Houston. And the UT GSBS is a joint venture of two different schools. So that's University of Texas or UTHealth and MD Anderson.
Cancer Center, which is one of the biggest cancer centers in the world.
So the other schools that you may have heard us talk about, Rice University and Baylor College of Medicine. Those are two schools that are right down the street from our institution. There's also U of H, which is University of Houston, UHD, which is University of Houston downtown.
And then others.
TW, I mean, there's Texas
Yeah.
Women's University, Texas A&M has a campus here. There are a lot of schools around here.
And then within GSBS, there are 13 different
Programs.
graduate programs, starting with neuroscience. You might see G&D on there, which is genes and development. There's also microbiology, immunology, cancer biology.
Biostatistics and bioinformatics, human molecular carcinogenesis.
What's biochemistry?
It's all
Yeah,
online.
yeah.
It's all on the website. Either way.
Medical
Medical physics. And so we mentioned this in part 1 of this Google Hangout, but part 2 maybe. But so the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences is comprised of 13 different programs. You come in as a GSBS student and you don't affiliate with one of the programs until the end of your first year. So you don't have to know which program you're going to join until the end of your first year after you've done all 3 of your rotations in different labs. And all 3 of those rotations can be in faculty members' labs who are in different programs. So like we mentioned, it's a very, very flexible program and you have a lot of time to figure out what exactly you want to do and where your niche is. You're welcome.
There's still 4 tracks.
Sorry,
I feel so bad.
I have a question.
Natalie has a question.
So does someone want to talk about what research they do?
The what?
Like the research that they do?
We did that at the beginning.
Oh,
You introduced yourself. You were just, why don't you talk about your research, Natalie, since you have it.
I mean, like more in depth than just the.
Go for it.
All right, so my research is to avoid this awkward situation. My research is basically trying to test a theoretical model that my PI has created about how neurons, which are very noisy and just very random, how they can possibly keep time. Whenever you build a clock, you need something that can tick very accurately, and neurons can't do that, not the way that we want. So we're trying to explain how noisy neurons can, as a group, be able to actually keep time and do behavioral tasks that require intensive timing. So I go to a surgical ward and basically work with a surgeon and test on human subjects to see if his theories match what type of neural signals we get.
You want to read what John said?
So we got a comment from John. He said, I really like this program. I hope to see you all in the interview. Again, thanks for your time and have an awesome day.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yay.
Woo.
Thanks, Johnny.
I had to visit Heather's lab yesterday. It's amazing. Have you guys been there before?
Yeah, I was.
Heather's lab is really, really cool.
You
Heather-
were
so-
actually doing science.
So Heather is actually, one of our students that doesn't work in this building. Most of the neuroscience students work in the medical school of UT. But Heather actually works over at MD Anderson. She's part of Dr. Galco's lab, and that lab looks so cool. I walked into this like warm room. It kind of like full of hundreds and thousands of Drosophila. It was really awesome.
Look,
In vials, not in the air.
Right. And actually, I was really surprised I didn't encounter any flies when I was in your lab, although we had one
We
in
have
our
flies
lab
in our
yesterday.
lab. This is true.
We probably brought it back.
No, it was
No,
a
it's a
big
big
one.
No, it was a big one. His name was Henry.
We also see the little ones. Do you guys have any other
Who else
questions?
is watching? I think Shaquila is watching right now. Shaquila, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section or use the Q&A app to ask. No pressure though. You don't have to.
Just way to call her out.
I know. Sorry, Shaquila.
So yeah, that does bring up a thing that we might want to mention. Since the GSBS is across MD Anderson and UTHealth, that means that just within the neuroscience program, we can get kind of spread out across different institutions. So a lot of the neuroscience students work here in this building at the medical school, but I work at MD Anderson, which is just across the street. And then we also have a couple students who are at the IMN, who are another short walk down the street from MD Anderson. So, but we all tend to get together for journal club or for all kinds of socials. Whenever there's free food, basically, we get together.
Like today.
Yeah, that's one great thing about the neuroscience program is that we actually have a student council that forms and manages, plans, events for the program, so all the students can get together. So we have socials, like we had an ice cream social earlier this year where we all brought our favorite ice cream, and we also planned the retreat. There's one in the fall where we actually go somewhere. We usually go to Galveston, which is a beach that's about an hour away, and then in the spring we have another retreat where we stay here in the building, and we have kind of an all-day event where everybody gets to talk about their research and present and win awards too, because the neuro program
And money.
yeah, awards with money. Yeah, so we have a lot of great opportunities here within the program where we can present our research and talk and discuss. We have journal clubs every 2 weeks that are also student run. So we're very involved.
It's very tight knit. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone is great friends with everyone, and it's a very collaborative environment. It's not at all competitive. It's very much, we study for classes together. We help each other with candidacy exams. It's just a lot of learning from one another and growing together as scientists.
I think the retreats that Max talked about earlier definitely helps to break the ice, especially for us first years. So we got to present on some of our likes and interests, and so everyone got to know us, and then they came to us, talk to us about things, which was good. Yeah. Talked about how I like video games, and then everyone else came over. Talked about video games.
I do, one piece of advice for you guys is when you're deciding on rotations, wherever you may end up going, is always talk to the students that are in the labs you're considering, because the students have a lot of insight as to how the PI is as a mentor, if it's an independent lab, or if they're very involved in how you conduct your research. So just get a feel for what you want by talking to the students, because they have a lot of insight.
And in that same vein, but one step before that, when you go to interview at different schools, look at the students. Are they happy? Do they like each other? Do they like life? Because you want graduate school to be a positive experience and a positive memory. We have a question.
Oh, this is actually a comment from Jill.
Oh, hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill. What's she say?
So we have neglected to say this. So we also have students that work at our South Campus a few miles away, and the Epigenetics and Molecular Carcinogenesis program is near Austin, Texas.
I forgot about Smithville.
Smithville.
Science Park, yeah.
Science.
And those students get to take classes with us virtually because, technology, we're really great at it.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you, Jill.
Jill is part of the microbiology program, so if you have any questions, please contact her.
And we have current students who are leaving their information and contact information as well as what program they're in the comments section. If you want to reach out to any of them, feel free. And we mentioned earlier that you can find all our contact information and information about the program in general on neurograd.org.
And what was the application deadline again? I think you mentioned it at the beginning.
January 4th, 2016. So you still have time to apply. Hi.
What's that?
So I can tell a joke. I'm just kidding. I can't. No.
I'm trying to think your joke is wearing a jacket.
Yeah, wearing a jacket.
It's so cold. It's too cold for Cindy. Like
Her
I'm
Alaska
also,
jacket.
I'm also, this is Candace moment, and I'm like hibernating, you know. So it's just how it works.
hiding.
Okay, so Pete and Repeat are in a boat. Pete falls out. Who's left?
I'm not gonna
Repeat.
say it.
Pete and Repeat are in a boat. Pete falls out.
Wait, well, what's that joke that I tell with the, oh, a bear walks into a bar and he says, I want a beer. And the bartender says, what's with the paws? And the bear says, what do you mean I'm a bear?
What is it?
Oh.
Why are you telling us that?
I think put it in the comments section because I don't know if they can see the Q&A section.
They can.
But then it's fleeting. It disappears.
Yeah.
Well, if you click it away.
Yeah.
I can't.
But the comment section, even after it's done, they can see that.
I mean, okay.
You wanna come over here and meet the
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Hi.
It's like you're watching us.
We're gonna have me in the chicken.
No, Leandra's watching us. though.
Are we watching us?
Weird.
Just in time to explain CrossFit to them. Just in time to explain CrossFit to them.
This is Leandra. She's also a student in our
Yeah.
program.
Also a fellow biker.
Yeah.
We got another person logging on, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Not to call you out, but
If you have any questions, please let us know through the Q&A section or in the comment section. We're so.
We're done.
Hello.
Who's here?
You can answer your questions. He's like, fine. He's like, we're out.
Oh yeah, there's about, at any given moment, about 30 students in the neuroscience program. And, you know, that changes with each year, so, but usually between 25 and 30.
Who posted it?
He's just putting it up. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's.
Somebody got and pasted and put it in the
Somebody
right
cover
place.
This is not very well formatted.
That's fine. I mean, no, you're not.
Okay, no.
So people who are currently watching, we have answered a lot of different questions about the neuroscience program that you can watch through the video at earlier times. Or if you have questions now, you can go ahead and ask.
We can stick into questions. We love questions.
So, something else that's a bit unique about this school compared to a lot of other graduate schools is that we are heavily affiliated with the medical school program. And we don't have a university campus in the traditional way. Majority of the time, this building is a school. Building is a school for people going through med school. And this can be a good thing and a bad thing. This can be something that can, you have the opportunity to deal with people who are professionals in the medical field. But at the same time, if you miss some of the university antics, you can sometimes go over to Rice University, which is next door, and go to the pub or what they have there, or have look at some of the clubs or things like that. But you do have to go and find that university life.
There's University of Houston too.
There's University of Houston too. That's a little bit farther away from our campus. So. Is there anybody else asking questions? Can we see? We haven't looked at
I
that in a
need to
second.
spell it neuroscience.
No. I don't pronounce wow. We're missing one.
Medical physics,
Oh,
Good job, Monica.
Oh, we got a question.
Oh, do any of you work with MD PhD students? If so, what is that like?
Oh, where's Sahili?
We have 2 MD PhD students in our lab.
Yeah.
And one that graduated a few years ago, Dr. Brandon.
Dr. Brandon.
Dr. Brown.
So, Andy, why don't you come over here and
Yeah,
talk about
talk
the
about the
PhD program?
Okay.
Okay, they're finally here. So this is
Hi,
Dr.
Andy.
Bean.
MD PhD program. MD PhD program. It's, they take about 7 students a year. The medical school takes about a little bit more than 240 students a year, so it's competitive. It's generally students come into the program and do 3 years of medical school, pass part 1 and part 2 of the boards, and then come out into graduate school and do their graduate PhD in a lab. And that thesis takes 3 or 4 years. And then they go back to medical school for the last year and then do their, whatever they're going to do afterwards, match for residency or whatever. We've had MD PhD students doing residencies in everything from family medicine to neurosurgery and everything in between. It's a really good group. If you are wanting to do clinical work in addition to research, it's a great thing to be a physician scientist, although it's not required. You can just go to medical school and do research in your fellowship and have a lab during the time when you do your clinical work. But if you're interested in the MD PhD program, generally on the old MCAT scores, you're looking at something like mid-30s and GPA, 3.5 plus, heavy research experience. Ways to distinguish yourself might be to publish papers, let's say, before you, during the undergraduate time. But it's very competitive.
And as
Yay,
far as,
Yeah. Jihan just like that.
You can comment on the MD PhD program.
Will you share the program? Thank you, Dr. Bean.
Bye.
So that's another thing that maybe we can note about the programs in here at GSBS is that the faculty are really available for whenever you want to talk to them about research, about graduate school. They are very open and they are very student oriented, so they are available at any time, really.
Okay,
Just
it
ended.
probably
It
ended.
No, it's still.
I mean, it says,
Technically, it ended at 1:34, just like
Yeah, just. Yeah, it's
maybe that's why I couldn't
no,
share.
it's shared now. Just a while. If for some reason it gets logged off, it's because our time is up. So
Thank you
That's
for
not great to hear
joining
that.
us. We hope we answered your questions.
But if you're still watching us, that means it hasn't logged off.
Yeah. So keep sending questions, and once we figure out it's frozen or not, we'll stop answering.
Dr. Bean,
What is-
frozen?
Yeah, what is it on yours?
It looks like it's still going.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still going. Last time it ended like 10 minutes after the.
Yeah.
We'll just hope it doesn't freeze.
So,
Yeah, so keep asking questions if you have them. We got a few new viewers. Oh, we got a. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thanks. Hope
We
to
hope
see
you
your
apply.
application. Where's your? How are you?
Oh, too bad we didn't tell Nicholas we were gonna be on Howard. We're gonna be up there.
We can still,
So,
I mean, we can still. Is he?
mhm.
When are you gonna be at Howard?
See if I can figure that out.
At some point, GSPS will be up at Howard University for recruitment, although we're trying to figure out the date
Probably for what, like a career fair, graduate school?
Talk to students.
to talk to students, so be on the lookout for GSPS to be up there.
Jihan will probably be adding comment in a second.
We'll see.
Down to 4 viewers. Oh, look, it's Natalie.
This is the most important student here.
No.
She keeps the bean lab in line, which is.
I don't think so.
No, not really.
It's untamable.
I also should buy an Australian Shepherd.
The Australian Shepherd to wrangle us up.
Yeah.
I think we might drive the dog crazy.
Well, the dog needs a lot of exercise anyway, so you take it on your runs.
Just
You do
candy,
runs,
eat
'cause
cake all the time, it'll just be fat.
Oh, yeah, there's cake, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Diet Coke cake.
Diet cake.
Yeah.
It's a diet
Did-
cake.
Calorie free.
So calorie free?
Yeah.
So you
You can have
have,
some.
did you have a few slices? So you wouldn't have to go for a
Only
run?
like 4.
Mm.
Apparently I'm a runner. So it's cute. I am.
That's everything you do outside of lab.
I do with a lot.
You only
So
run.
these will all be viewable after the fact.
Yeah.
So we can post them all on the Neuro Facebook or on our Twitter so that if people wanna watch them after the fact,
Like
they can.
here's part
1, 2, and 3.
Part 1.
Probably not
be-
part 1.
Yeah, not purpose.
Part 1
Oh,
was
definitely. No, definitely not part 1.
Part 1 was a fail. I got through whatever viewers are still.
Yeah, Gian, you can make the call anytime.
We don't know.
He texted me, no, he texted me and was like, was asking should I make a comment directly? And I was like, yes, you should.
We might be done.
It might be, but Bean's still on it. He's seeing us embarrass ourselves.
I'm here.
What?
Hello, prospective students.
And
welcome. You're great.
No, it's
Today we're going to paint.
I played some movies again today for some other students who are coming in. Go meet them, actually. Now they'll see the star of the movie.
Oh, the Lamar University
The Lamar.
students, yeah, I'm gonna have them load
Did they
gel.
laugh?
You're gonna have them loaded gels.
They didn't laugh?
They didn't laugh?
They didn't laugh.
It's a laugh.
Seriously?
They didn't know whether they're supposed to laugh. They didn't laugh.
They forgot to laugh.
It's okay. Oh, I have a question. We got a question. Per the current movement on diversity on college campus, how do you guys feel diversity is on your campus? That's a great question.
Every day I come in, I hear Hebrew, German, Spanish,
Okay.
Mandarin.
Okay, anyway.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I'm saying in terms of diversity.
Yes, in terms of diversity,
Yeah.
Give me a good
We're
comment on
ranked
Amber.
12th in the nation in graduate schools in diverse populations.
12th in the nation in
In
diversity in
all
graduate
diversity.
I am actually Hispanic and I feel very supported by the graduate school here. There's a lot of different methods of getting support. Just by, Kimia can tell you about the AMBER program that.
So we have a couple student organizations. One of them is the Association for Minority Biomedical Researchers. And we do all types of social events and mock candidacy exams, and it's essentially just a group of minorities, biomedical researchers and non-minorities, I mean everyone. And it's just a very supportive environment and atmosphere for everyone. And we have an extremely diverse program, and the school at large is extremely diverse. Like Dr. Bean mentioned, we're number 12th in the nation for diversity in graduate programs. And Houston, in general, as a city, is a very diverse city.
And I'm also a part of the First Generations group here, and we also meet monthly. We have monthly lunches, and we get to propose to invite different speakers to come and give different talks every month to our group. That's for First Generation and disadvantaged students.
And Jihan left his information in the comments section, so if anybody wants to email him either on human functional neuroimaging or any questions about the MD PhD program, he'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
That's such an important question, diversity.
Natalie meets all of our
Actually,
diversity
yeah.
requirements.
Natalie is very diverse. She's from all over, from Thailand, Philippines, China, and Spain.
Mexico.
Mexico's a wannabe. She's really from Spain, but Kimia is
person from, I know you know.
Guys.
So,
I'm looking at you in the camera.
All right, it's evolving quickly.
Yep. It's just like, we don't know when it's gonna sit for you.
Yeah, I
so
don't know
it's
when it
like-
ends.
Well, how about we end gracefully rather than letting it cut
Okay,
How about that? That's a great idea. Well, thank you for joining us.
out?
Hello.
Please find any of our contact information on neurograd.org. We'll also post that again in the comments. And feel free to contact any of us if you have any questions about the program or the school. And also the other students who are also leaving their information in the comments.
perfect. Oh.
Oh.
From
We got one
We have one more question.
How do you guys like Houston?
I love
Love
Houston.
it, love it.
I love Houston so much.
If
I
you
mean-
go back and watch part 2 of our Google Hangout, we talk all about Houston, and a bunch of us are from different areas that are not Texas, and we talk about how we like it. But generally, we all love it.
The best I can describe it in one sentence is it's a big city with a small city feel.
And cost.
And cost. It's very livable.
yeah. I actually did not like Houston my first 6 months, but now I love it. So it's,
What made you change your
I don't know, I was just,
It was
it was a hard adjustment at first,
Yeah,
but the
it is hard
support,
adjusting.
the support of the people, and like you can easily make friends and you just start like developing a good life here. So it was hard at first, but I think the GSBS has really made an effort to ease the transition for a lot of people. The food is
Yeah, so
delicious.
the diversity, you get a lot of good food.
You may or may not gain weight when you first get here.
Everything gets
Well,
bigger in
I
I
Texas.
mean, that's the balance of biking to work and
Yeah,
eating all
you
the
have to
food.
bike and
Also take advantage of all the free food
Yes.
from the program.
from everywhere.
Not just
Right outside the program.
Or yeah,
Take advantage of that
if
too.
you find free food somewhere, then eat it.
We actually do have decent stipend though, so it's not
Yeah,
necessary, but.
you can live very well here and eat a lot of good food.
That was a great question.
They even have the vegetables delivered to our department.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Farm to work.
Farm to work.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Do you want to describe that in more detail?
I don't do
It's a
that.
farm to work.
Well, but I mean, like, okay, so every week we get a weekly, we can buy a box of vegetables that gets brought up to our floor and.
From a local farm.
Yeah, from a local
Yeah,
farm.
they
You
bring
can
your
get-
fresh vegetables and it's like a big crate of it for like $20.
Yeah, and it can include like eggplant, spinach, tomatoes, peppers,
Watermelon.
watermelon,
Let's name all the
basil.
vegetables.
Yeah, seriously.
No, but it's great.
Spaghetti
It's
squash.
really delicious.
Spaghetti squash.
And it's fresh.
Oh, wouldn't that
local
fit?
grown.
That's a little tangent.
How much is rent?
Yeah, tell them how much you make per month.
Oh, we did.
2,000.
We make about 2,000
$2,000 a month.
a month, and rent can be anywhere between 500 and 1,000, depending on the area that you want to live and how many roommates you want versus not. But usually, I would say it's between 700 and 800 for a very
Yeah.
good place to live. That's close to either the metro to bike to ride into work, or the bike trail, or a bus, or you can drive and park for free at the zoo, like we do every day.
There are lots of commuting options.
Yeah.
There are. A lot of the apartment complexes nearby have their own private shuttles that are very affordable, like 50 cents each way. That'll bring you right to the doorstep of the medical school or the graduate school.
There's also UT Housing that there's a direct shuttle from UT Housing to the medical school or any of the schools in the medical center.
And that runs from about $590 to $1,000, like the typical prices here. $590. Say what?
It's a little bit better. It's cheaper.
Yeah, if you get the really old, if you get the old housing, yeah, it's cheaper. If you get the new housing,
If you can hear us, can you leave a comment?
Are we still live?
we are still, well, I mean, it's not going to end until we quit.
So why don't
No,
we?
and last time it just
Yeah, it just
ended.
ended, it just
Well,
cut us
okay, but
off.
that was a bug.
Not really. I think
I
the time ran out,
I know, but if you get glitched out, it's a great out for the other people.
but the timing was up.
Are you talking about the last time you did that?
Last call for questions.
You don't
So
have to
these
do it
will
all,
all,
you
you
can
you'll be
stay
able to
there.
play these back
Yes, they
after
are.
the fact.
They are.
Um,
fine.
Or email us.
Both part 2 and part 3 of this Google Hangout, you'll be able to watch them again and see all the questions that were asked and all the answers we gave. As we mentioned a couple times, you can contact any of us from neurograd.org. And feel free to contact anyone at the graduate school if you have questions about admissions and applying and anything like that.
At neurograd.org, you'll be able to click on a tab that has all of the current students and which lab they are in. So if you're interested in any lab that the student's affiliated with, please email the student too. All the emails are on there.
As well as all the faculty members, their research interests. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
We hope to see you soon. Bye.
Good luck.
Everybody awkwardly wave. Awkwardly wave.
3, 2, 1.